Hi everyone, I'm going to be sharing with you my journey through ayahuasca today. Hi, I'm Sarah Evangeline. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we talk all about spirituality, inner child healing, and self-development. And it's an honor to share a part of my story with you guys today through ayahuasca and the inner strength that I'm reclaiming even now that I'm home. It's been about a couple months. Yeah, a couple months ago, I was journeying down there, really stepping into the unknown, really having to allow the divine to work everything out through me. And I'm going to share with you some insights into my experience that I hope will help you wherever you are in your own healing journey, whether or not you're open to ayahuasca, you've never heard of it before, or you're really seriously considering it. I think that there's going to be something for any of you today. So, um, I am really, really passionate about inner child work. And that's what I teach about inside the Soul Talk method. That's what I live out in my life day to day is reconnecting with my inner child. Your inner child is your intuition, your soul, your spiritual side, the part of you that knows that you came here for a reason. Do you ever answer a question with, I don't know? And your inner child knows, and your inner child is within you. And as I teach all about inner child work, I know that it's a never ending journey for me. And I remember back in January finding out about this beautiful retreat down in Peru in the Sacred Valleys. And my intuition pulled me there. My intuition said, you're going to be here. You need to sign up for this. And I hadn't even done research on ayahuasca yet. And your intuition never steers you wrong. And so connecting back to your intuition, tapping into your inner child is such an amazing step. So kudos to anyone who is starting their journey, been on this journey for a while. You know that it takes hard work. You know that it's not the easiest road, but it is always worth it. So my journey through ayahuasca was amazing. It was my own. And so I will not share everything because if you've done ayahuasca, if you're open to ayahuasca, you know that everybody's journey is their own. And so there's pieces of it that will be kept within me that I may never share with anyone because it's delicate, it's sacred, and you will see that in your own journey, right? Not everyone can hear every detail of your story. But what I'm here to share with you today is something that I think will really help you in your healing journey. And I want to share with you something that I wrote while I was down in the Sacred Valleys of Peru after the first ceremony of ayahuasca. This is what I wrote. This is what was speaking to me through the medicine, and I hope it helps you. I am allowing divine to guide me. I can let go of needing to abandon myself and to the stories of others abandoning me too. Your job is to put your faith in the work of the divine. Tend to your journey with trust and commitment. You bring light to the world, and it's important that you let the Great Spirit support you. You're not alone. Allow the Great Spirit to guide you back to the truth of your own inner light, your own inner strength. The divine within you is more powerful than any human nightmare of darkness. I want to say that again. The divine within you is more powerful than any human darkness. We are earth warriors. Joy, happiness, and peace are within us, and we can call on those whenever we are in need. Do not be afraid to let go. And I want to know how that resonates with you because I really felt drawn to share that with you. The inner work is full of both dark and light. Ayahuasca was full of both dark and light. And this inner work, we are embracing that dark side. We are embracing the parts of ourselves that have been rejected. And as you can see, a big theme for me was to let go of the stories of people abandoning me abandoning myself. I can accept all of me. I can embrace all of me. And so when you partake in the medicine of ayahuasca, ayahuasca is going to show you something that you need. And ayahuasca showed me repeatedly over and over that there is an inner strength within me that I needed to reclaim. And it was shown with me through many ways. And I want to just share with you that we got down to this beautiful retreat. part of me was like, what the heck did you get into? What are you doing? Do you really want to be here? And the fear was setting in, right? Whenever we step into the unknown, I think fear is going to meet us there. They have the expectation that if fear is there, something's wrong with us. That is just a limiting belief. Fear is allowed to meet us there. It's what we do with the fear that matters. It's how we respond to the fear. We're going to let the fear win. And when I first got down to Peru, I took 3 flights and I got down there and it was like I was carrying the weight of North America, like the stress that we live in. I was not aware of how much stress I was carrying, and I was probably carrying emotions from other people, not just me. And as I get down there, everyone is so peaceful. People of Peru are so happy, and I couldn't shake this stress, but I was forcing it, and I had to let go. So much of this work is reminding ourselves that we have to let go. We don't have to have it all under our control. We let go, we find peace. When we let go, we find ourselves. And so we all get to the retreat. There were only 6 of us, which was beautiful. So the ceremonies were incredibly sacred. We held safe space for each other. We supported each other. There's a reason why we were there together. It was a solo journey. It was also a collective journey within that sacred group. We get down there, and within a few hours, the hydro went out and it rained for 3 days. We had no hydro and it rained for 3 days. So I was really having to let go of what I left at home, let go of time, let go of society pressures, and just be. And that can be incredibly hard when we operate in this system where we have to, look at the watch, we have all these to-do lists. When I was down there, it was just about me. It was my journey. And I was gone for, at least for me, it was like time stood still. And when I entered the first ceremony, I was shaking, I was nervous. Again, I was like, what did you get into? Because this was my first time experiencing a psychedelic. And so I remember, though, being full of love. Love was surrounding me. We had shamans. Shamans are taught from they were young to be fully present, to do the inner work. And they were there singing songs of healing over us. There was a part of me that I kept having to remind myself that my intuition led me here. My intuition knows. My soul knows why I'm here. It's my human mind that's trying to make sense of things, trying to force things under control. It's my human mind that was scared of the unknown. So this whole journey was about surrendering, remembering that I'm taken care of, remembering to allow the divine to work everything out through me. And so I entered the first ceremony, not really sure at all what I was doing. And I found peace. I found love. All I remember is feeling so, so, so grateful to be here, so grateful to have life. And it was like these memories came back, and I could see myself in different stages of my life doing things that were really scary, doing things that other people told me, no, you can't do it that way. You're crazy. And I got to share love to that girl for going for those things that had brought me to this place. I literally visualized it and I met her. It was like we were face to face. It was beautiful. And then the second night was me embracing my darkness to let it go. And I'm going to back up for a moment, because when you experience ayahuasca, when you set those intentions, it is very serious. It's not just to do because you're going to have a fun weekend or to try to fit in with the crowd. You're very intentional about wanting to do this work and partake in this medicine. And part of my intention was to release deep emotional pain, particularly the emotion of anger. I have felt like it's just one of those ones I couldn't fully embrace. And I had the intention of, I want to meet it. I want to let it go. I want to learn how to embrace my anger, because maybe for some of you guys too, you were taught that anger is really, really bad. And when you get angry, it's bad, it's evil. Anger is really, really good. But there was just something telling me that there's a deep level of anger that you need to meet. And so when I entered that second ceremony, I definitely met that part of me. and it was beautiful, and it was hard. And again, we're in these ceremonies for 6 to 9 hours. And this beautiful woman held space for me. She came over and rubbed my back. And all I remember is for almost an hour just shouting out, I'm not carrying it anymore. I'm not carrying the responsibility of other people's emotions anymore. And I felt the lightest I've ever felt afterwards. But through that experience, I was praying. I was praying over my life, praying for deliverance, praying that I didn't have to feel this pain anymore. Because when we've had childhood trauma, when we've experienced pain, it can still be in our bodies. It can still be stagnant and maybe holding us back from something. And it was like, through this experience, again, I reclaimed this inner strength I didn't know I had. And I also reclaimed, this voice within me that did not have to be scared of anger anymore. And as we carried on throughout the week, the retreat, we continued to hold safe space for each other. We walked in the sacred valleys, through the hiking, through the stream, partaking in Peruvian food, and just enjoying being still. And else that's really neat is when I was partaking in this medicine, I met a white angel, and she guided me to the hard parts of myself that I've rejected, that just needed to be loved and embraced. It was absolutely amazing, an amazing experience. And again, I'm just giving you a short form because I will be embodying this for months to come, if not years. And I want you to listen to your own heart, listen to your own intuition, because you will experience something completely different than me, and that's okay. I also want to share with you that since this experience, synchronicities, signs, and miracles in my life are all around me times 10. And the thing is that they always have been. But through this experience, it's almost like I can see them more. And I want to share one with you, and that is my experience with birds. You should know that when I started this healing journey, saying yes to myself 5-6 years ago, it was through the visualization of the bird. And when I was sitting in Toronto Pearson Airport waiting for my flight, I saw these 2 birds inside the airport. And I remember thinking to myself, has anyone else seen these birds inside the airport? And I was like, no, this is just for me. And then when I was sitting in a beautiful house in Peru, I went outside to the garden. It was the morning before I was flying home, and 2 birds greeted me. And then as I was driving in my car to come back home, 2 birds flew by my window. And another message I got from ayahuasca, from this experience, was to choose life in all its forms. Don't run away from who you are. Don't chase the next thing. Be fully where you are and embrace all of that life and be grateful for that life. So I felt like those birds were just showing me, like, you're exactly where you need to be, Sarah. And I want to encourage you that you have an inner strength within you that wants to be reclaimed. You can do the thing that's never been done before. You can do the thing that everyone tells you, no, you can't do it that way. You follow your intuition and it will never steer you wrong. And that is my big mission. It's my biggest takeaway is this: allow the guidance of the divine to work everything out through you. So step 1 is allow the divine to come in and orchestrate in your life. You don't have to force things. You don't have to be trying to do this alone. Allow the guidance of divine. And the second thing is to work everything out through you. God, universe is not outside of you. You don't have to chase after anything. It's within you. Operate in it. Allow it to move through you. When I got back home, The number one question I was asked is, are you back to reality yet? Are you back to reality yet? Because I just felt the lightest I've ever felt when I got home. And my answer is no, I'm not back to reality, because what we call reality is not real. There's so much more to this life than what we've been told. There's so much to your life to discover and uncover. And I am so incredibly grateful for this experience, not just experiencing ayahuasca, but saying yes to myself, saying yes to the healing, saying yes to the inner work. It has all brought me here, and it's going to continue to guide me. And I really, really invite you and urge you to keep listening to the voice within inside your soul that is calling out, that is urging you to do something, to be someone, to be you. Your soul knows. Your soul knows. And so allow it to come forth. I would be honored to guide you, to mentor you in this area. If you have questions, feel free to leave a comment below, reach out to me with my email, and continue this conversation. How did this resonate with you? If you want to know how to integrate, to listen to your inner voice, because maybe you're listening to this going, how did you know to listen to your inner voice? How do I listen to my inner voice? Reach out to me, leave a comment, and I can share with you free emails of tools of how to start listening to your inner voice today. They're very tangible. You can apply them to your life today, but your voice, your inner voice, your soul talk has always been speaking to you. And before we go, I want to just share with you something that I wrote for my journey home. Because like I said, I did not come home the same person. I am forever changed from this experience. And I want to share with you what I wrote. It's called For the Journey Home. And I hope that this speaks to you where you're at today. I am divinely protected. I can overcome anything. I open up to the signs and beauty that are meant for me in this life. I won't listen to the mind of fear, but to the heart of love. This is me integrating. I breathe out fear. I breathe in love. I am excited. I embrace every step. I am humbled, and I surrender to God to take care of everything through me. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I can do the scary thing and love myself. I can summarize ayahuasca up into one thing, and that is it is your own personal journey. The medicine knows what it's doing. The medicine knows. In order to meet love, we have to also experience pain. And that is good. It is good to meet your pain and walk through it. I remember in one of the ceremonies just thinking to myself, how am I going to get through this? I want to just get through this. Okay, I've learned my lesson. I'm going to go home and love my life and have more compassion for people and serve out of love. But you have to go through it. Embrace all of your life, not just part of it that you love, that you accept. Learn to embrace all of the parts of you. You are everything all at once. And that's beautiful. It is an honor to share with you part of my journey to ayahuasca. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to know how this video resonates with you, and I will talk to you soon.